You are beautiful the way that you are, and it doesn't matter what other people say, what other people think. It only matters what you think about yourself. Hello. Okay. Consider this like just an open conversation. Like, you're my best friend, and we're gonna just have a quick chat. And this conversation won't be about me as a 22 years old. This conversation will be about her. She was a girl that for the longest time did not use to like herself. She did not use to like her skin tone, her hair, her body, literally everything about her. My self-esteem journey honestly was like, during high school. For the longest time, I used to be very ashamed of myself, to the point where I used to take pictures of like half of my face, because I would think that only one side of my face was pretty, which is crazy. When I think about it today, I'm like, you did what? I used to be ashamed of it. So for the longest time on social media, that's all I would share all the time. When I used to have low self-esteem, literally it was like I used to be such a problematic person, if I could say. If people spoke to me in a certain way, I'll take that very personal and be like, oh, you don't like me, or you are against me. Like, literally, I used to be that person. Yeah, so I used to just like avoid people. It's like I would talk to them on the internet, and I would literally like be friends with these people. I would see them in person and I would fake like I did not see them, which is so crazy for me to think about it. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you just ignore? And then people be like, Tamazia, I saw you. And you're like, what do you mean? I did not see you. Like, I was probably like distracted. It was just because I was like so ashamed of people seeing me, because I would think that they would think I looked ugly, But moving a little bit fast forward, and or it's like we went to different schools in like different locations, and I used to date this guy that, we would just talk on WhatsApp, and I never saw him in person until we planned to see each other in person for the first time at the shopping, and it was my birthday. And when he sees me, he was literally like, he said hi, and then he ran away from me. Like, we were supposed to watch a movie, and then he just texts me and he breaks up with me, and he's like, oh, I don't want to date you anymore because you don't look like, you don't look the same in person the way that you looked in the pictures. And he literally ran away from me, and I could see him at the other side of the shopping mall in this case. Sorry, by the way, my English, some words I'm gonna be saying the same way we say in Portuguese, so just ignore it. After that day, it was like I got into such a I don't know if I could say depressive stage, but I started to hate myself even more. Like, my self-esteem was already not the best, and after that I started to hate myself like 10 times more, and be like, oh, I'm so ugly, nobody would date me, this and that. Yeah, I did date after that, but I just became a very insecure person. Actually, from 2014 until 2018, I feel like I only became confident and started to love myself again in 2018, when I learned about it, take care of my hair. I start to work on my self-esteem and just overall my self-love journey. And you guys, it took me 4 to 5 years to finally see beauty in myself. And just saying that out loud, it's just like, it blows my mind that I used to hate myself so much for no reason, literally for no reason. And of course, there's also other, situations that I've been through. Pretty much a short story is, how did I start to love myself again? There was a day I was just in the house, and it was also the time where curly hair, like, a little break. My sister's friend comes to the house, to do my sister hair. And then she sees my hair and she's like, hold on, your hair is so pretty. And then she applies a product and she does this, curling situation. And my hair looked so beautiful. So it was almost like I just unlocked something new about me. I was like, I did not know my hair could look like this. So after that, my journey for a year was to learn about my hair. That's when I finally started to see beauty in me. I was like, it's like my afro hair gave me personality, if I could say. That's how I consider at the time. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like my afro hair looks so good, you know, because my hair looked pretty. Automatically I started to think I also look pretty because my hair is me. I am my hair. And then one of my aunties at the time, she could tell that I had low self-esteem, and she's like, oh my gosh, you know, every Christmas she loved to gift books. She would always gift books to all the, you know, nephews and everything, and she gifted me this book that talks about self-esteem. And I brought this book literally with me from Angola to the US, and let me get it because that book is just chef's kiss. Okay, I'm back. So this is the book, and the title of the book is Develop Your Self-Esteem by Linda Field. And it has 60 suggestions, and it has 60 ways to improve your confidence. This book is in Portuguese, so I don't know if you can find it in English. This book right here was what helped me the most with my self-esteem. It talks about the exercise in the mirror, which is something that I do until today, where every time I'm getting ready, I now just have this habit of going to the mirror and just practicing words of affirmation and just looking to the mirror and being really like, damn, I look good, I'm so pretty. Of boosting your confidence, self-esteem, but also learning how to express yourself. Because during the time that I had low self-esteem, I would be scared to stand up for myself. It's like all these things were connected, because once you understand about your worth and your value, you will stop letting people treat you bad, because you no longer allow yourself to treat yourself bad. So why would you allow other people to treat you bad? I haven't touched this book for 3 years. I just carry it around with me, because if I could do copies of this book in Portuguese whenever and give it to people, I will, because this is an OG. But what I want you to really try to do, if you are in this position that I was before, give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance, and working on your self-esteem and learning how to love yourself is not something that will happen from the day to night. It's something that you really have to take your time. Like anything in life, you really have to dedicate your time. You have to allow yourself to love yourself, because if you don't take the time to make that happen, unfortunately, you will always be in that deep hole of looking in the mirror and not liking anything that you are seeing, and that's just the reality. So I had to allow myself to learn and take time to love myself. Otherwise, I would always look to the mirror and be like, I don't like this, I don't like that. And it was one of the reasons why for the longest times I did not like to wear dresses. I became a pants person because I would not feel comfortable in dresses, because I would feel like whenever I would wear dresses, I would get too much attention. And I did not like that. I did not like people looking at me, because my brain automatically would be like, oh, you don't look good, you don't this, people are saying to you. But listen to me, your brain is your biggest hater sometimes, you know? When you feed this thoughts, your brain will give you even more, you know? So changing the way you talk to yourself will really, really, really make all the change. And that's just like a little bit of like my self-esteem journey. And this is one of the reasons why today I really wanted Tommy Things to be the way that I would share my experience with people and share with them what has worked for me, you know? Not only what has worked for me, but also, you know, I want to inspire other Black women like me for them to learn that they're beautiful, their skin tone is beautiful, their hair is beautiful, their body is beautiful. You are beautiful the way that you are, and it doesn't matter what other people say, what other people think. It only matters what you think about yourself, because the way you think about yourself and the confidence you carry yourself out into the world, that's what is gonna make your life better. That's what is gonna make you go out there and make those goals. So why does it matter what other people think? Because that was the stage that I got into when I finally started to love myself. It was like I opened a new door, and I was like, it feels so good to be confident. It feels so good to know, what you're supposed to do, to know that you love yourself in the first place before you love other people. Because you must love yourself enough in order to love others and in order to give your love to others. So yeah, that's, I shared a little bit about my self-esteem journey, and I'm not gonna lie, these are things that I normally don't like to just put out there, but I was like, I think it's about time for me to share a little bit about myself. And yeah,